So I binged like 4 whole seasons of Hacks. Hacks is great. Like, I have to say, I really, really fell in love with this show. Um, so this show is the. I guess I'll read what the synopsis says. The synopsi. On IMDb. I hope you don't mind. It explores a dark mentorship that forms between Deborah Vance, a legendary Las Vegas comedian, and an entitled outcast 25-year-old. I just think it's great. So it's basically a comedy duo show. It's this, on one hand, a 25-year-old. She's very left leaning, she's very liberal, she's bisexual, um, and just part of that sort of young group of sort of Hollywood people, basically. And Jean Smart, or Deborah Vance, is the she's like a more elderly. I think she's what, in her 60s or something. Um, and she's got more old-fashioned views on things, and basically, Deborah Vance needs help because her Las Vegas show is coming to an end. People, the people, she's had this legendary Las Vegas run, this residency at this club, and they're ending it unless she sort of switches it up a bit. They're both sharing agent, and the agent pairs them together, and they hate each other, and it just works so well. The banter, the back and forth, the non-stop jibes, the digs, it's so good. They're both so witty, and they're both as sort of spiteful as each other. They're both as kind of mean-spirited as each other. You'd think maybe you'd want to paint the sort of younger one as more hopeful looking, but she's not. She's as opportunistic. It just shows that these two people with kind of different outlooks on life really do share something deep down in their DNA when it comes to comedy, which is like nothing's off limits when it comes to comedy. And it's such an endearing show to watch. I have to say, the Deborah Vance, the girl, the Jean Smart who plays her, is just so good, so funny, so, like I say, witty. I really have to say that this is a sign of a great show. The side characters are some of the best. So the agent and the agent's secretary are so funny. So in this series, the agent, he's part of this big agency. This agent is part of this giant agency, and he's got some clients, basically. Now, the head of this giant agency, the owner, the one with all the money who makes all the decisions, wants his daughter to have a job. So he asks this agent if his daughter could maybe get some work experience, maybe be the secretary. And this agent obviously can't say no because this is the big boss. So the daughter is this insufferable woman who is supposed to be this agent's secretary, the one who's supposed to be getting this agent coffee, the one who's supposed to be doing everything for this agent. However, because she's the daughter of the big boss, our agent, the agent that we love, is she's kind of his boss as well. And it's just a really funny back and forth between those two. Such a weird dynamic. I have to say, I love watching it. And yeah, so I binged through. It's 4 seasons. The most recent season came out this year, the 4th season. Now, I actually do have a problem with the 4th season. And this actually is what ends the 3rd season, I guess. Which is, they kind of fix the relationship, right? It's part of the journey of these characters. They are back and forth, hate each other. They're forced to work with each other. Circumstances have thrown them together. They're this odd couple. And they've got this mission, which is to make Deborah Vance be successful again and make her comedy new. And, you know, maybe even get her this late night talk show host job that she's always wanted her whole life. And they end up working together so well. They end up loving each other. The relationship is kind of fixed, and that's the journey that we love to watch, right? We love to watch them go from hating each other to needing each other and loving each other and becoming like best of friends. And they get there by the sort of the end of the third season. They get to that point. But I guess that's less fun to watch. So in the fourth season, and it's kind of instigated by the very end of the third season, they contrive drama between them, so they have to hate each other again. And I didn't believe it. I wasn't on board with it. Basically, the 25-year-old, spoiler, the 25-year-old character blackmails Deborah Vance, because Deborah Vance very uncharacteristically stops or prevents the 25-year-old from getting the job as the head writer. And it was out of character for Deborah Vance to do that to the 25-year-old, because Deborah Vance has made decisions that are hard throughout the past 3 series because of her growing love for this 25-year-old, the growing friendship. She's made tough decisions in order for the 25-year-old to move ahead in the business. Like, she keeps pushing her, like, do your own writing. You've got to have your own sort of story to tell. Like, I've got to fire you from being my writer because that's what you need. You're just going to get comfortable here in Vegas. And it sort of all works out where they come together and it like, it was out of character. Would they both get this opportunity to host this late night show? And for the 25-year-old to be the head writer of a late night show, like that's her dream job, basically. It's both of their dream jobs. And Deborah Vance prevents the 25-year-old from getting it. It was so out of character, so random. And then what's even more out of character is the 25-year-old blackmailing Deborah Vance. I was like, this is so out of character, but you've only done it to contrive drama between them, because you know that's your golden ticket. Their witty kind of arguments and insults towards each other. That's the star of the show, right? That's the thing in the show that's so interesting to watch. It's their back and forth, and it's kind of fixed. Their back and forth is sort of fixed. They've grown and become this super team, and it's like, yeah, I do understand that if you were going to do a 4th season, you kind of had to have them go back, like take a step back, but it's kind of annoying. It's like, just don't do the 4th season if you're going to retcon a bunch of character development and make them hate each other again, contrively through like a way that was out of character. So that was a shame. Kind of let me down a little bit by the 4th season, but it doesn't take away from the overall, which is I just loved it. I loved it. I thought it was so good. And I recommend it to everybody. I think it's so funny. Like I say, so witty. The sharp comebacks from both of them is great. And let me know what you thought. Did the 4th season let you down a little bit with that kind of contrivance? But I'd love to hear your thoughts.